These two men shouted, "Come on, cook us 2 dishes." Without even looking up, the owner replied, "We're closed." One of the men frowned and said, "But the sign still says open." The man finally looked up, and his face instantly broke into a smile, because standing there was 2 of his closest friends, and without hesitation he turned towards his wife. "Babe, please cook some meals, it's all on me today." The wife paused and said, "Why are you suddenly so generous? Did you forget our situation?" The man glanced at his friends, then looked back at his wife and said gently, "It's all right anyway. Today is the last day of the business." The wife felt irritation rise inside her, but she turned and went into the kitchen to cook. The man then walked over to his friends and said, "Eat as much as you want, don't hold back, it's all on me." One of the friends laughed lightly and said, "I've never seen you this generous before." The man lowered his voice and replied, "Tomorrow, I'm going back to my hometown." The other friend looked confused and asked, "What do you mean by that?" The man took a deep breath and said, "My business isn't doing well anymore. I can't even pay the rent now, so I'm closing the shop for good." Instead of feeling concerned, one friend joked carelessly and said, "Well then, in that case, cook me all the most expensive food you have." The man only smiled again and said, "Okay, I'll tell my wife right away." A few minutes later, the man began bringing out dish after dish, while his wife stayed back in the kitchen cooking non-stop. Knowing his friends wouldn't be around much longer, the man sat with them, laughing softly and sharing old memories, while all the wife could do was stand nearby, silently counting the cost of every dish, knowing she would also be the one cleaning everything later. Once the friends finished eating and finally left, the wife, unable to hold back her anger anymore, said, "Look at this. The whole meal cost us over $1,000, and you just gave your friends a free treat." The man didn't argue. He simply said, "I'll do the dishes, and then we can pack our things and head back to my hometown." But as he picked up one plate, he noticed cash underneath it. Then he lifted another plate, and there was more cash, and another plate, and even more. Both of them froze in shock. The man immediately ran outside shouting, "Brothers, didn't we agree the meal was on me?" The friend turned back, smiled gently, and said, "I hope I get to eat at your shop again someday," quietly hinting that the money was meant to save the man's business. If this touched your heart, give this video a like.